fucking.
We are live, unfortunately. Yes. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's presentation is brought to you by us and it's non-fiction.
Right, as I was saying, welcome to 04 November 2023. We got all kinds of shit to deal with, so let's just get started. Now I'm going to unmute your dumbass. All right. Colorado just passed a 3-day waiting period to buy guns and opens path to sue gun industry as of sometime this week. So, okay, what they're trying to do is force gun companies out of business, or at least out of business in Colorado for now, but it's going to spread into the other states. What they want to do is make it so that if you're the victim of a crime, you can sue the gun company because somebody used their product. But you can't sue Chrysler if you run through a crowd. So just remember, folks. All right, boys. We're going to go in order of who I respect more, which is neither one of you. So flip a coin.
Flip.
Grand Admiral, what do you think?
There has been a wholesale attack on the Second Amendment for the past 25 years that has, in the last 5 years, become an absolute mask-off situation. I mean, the FBI, the ATF, even the DEA is getting in on the game by sending guns to Mexico and making a profit from it. I mean, this seems...
That was a little more than 5 years ago there.
Sure, but I mean, it's an overstepping of all of the government agencies have decided that they can interpret laws on their own, independent from any other organization, and the Supreme Court has been lax in smacking them properly back down.
A little bit. All right. Future DHE reject. How about you?
I mean, Second Amendment is absolute. There are certain things you're allowed to argue about, like weed and tax rates, but you know, it's kind of
whoa. Stop. You can't say it is absolute and then turn around and say, but not this. Right? So pick one of the two stories.
No. So like the Second Amendment, like the right to bear arms, maintain a well-regulated militia and all that, like that will not be infringed. But at the same time, like, you know, separate, because it's not in the Constitution, it's not in the Bill of Rights, a state is allowed to say whether or not you're allowed to, for example, smoke weed, because that's not in the Constitution. Whereas a state has no right to determine whether or not its citizens can have fire. Like, the debate begins and ends with shall not be infringed. Like,
nice.
Yeah, we shouldn't, like, yes, there are extenuating circumstances. Like, if you are a criminal, if you have a record, if you are a violent murderer, well, I mean, you're no longer a citizen of these United States, in my opinion. You are a detractor. So, and I specify there, like, violent crime. Like, if you steal a Hershey bar, that doesn't count. Just got to specify that.
Wait. Who makes that decision, you or the courts?
The person with the most firepower.
That is usually how it goes. So yeah. I make that decision. Good to know.
I think he's got a nuclear bomb hidden in his swamp.
I've been
nuclear.
I've been after Congress for the home defense nuke for years. I said
that's just covered because he's already got the nuke. All right, and he needs the law so that he can get away with having the nuke, so he can go public with it. Moving on. All right.
I want to put it on my mantelpiece like everyone else does shotguns.
Carrie, I just read what your name was.
Oh, it gets worse than that.
I need to. Okay, I tweeted this out. I tweeted this stream out. I need to take the stream down now. I need to take I didn't read that.
Poor sweet summer child. I told you.
No, I looked at it. It said mandatory carry.
Oh my God.
No, it didn't. It has never said mandatory carry since you showed up. He banned.
Like the best part, like, I mean, at least it was showing the thumbnail and not the stream. I just got done with the Twitter suspension. I don't need another one.
Welcome home.
I just got vodka up in my nasal passages because of you. That actually hurts, you asshole.
Oh, well, you're the one who almost cost me my Twitter
Sapien.
account again, so fuck you.
Excellent.
You're welcome. Hey,
Hey,
getting,
you did me a favor.
getting Water Death Road was the best thing that ever happened to me. All right. Where was I? Oh, okay. So here's the bigger thing that I guess these two geniuses combined can't realize. If I live in Reno, right? Well, I live on whatever. I go in to town. I buy a gun. I go across state lines, and then another set to Colorado. I shoot a bunch of people. Their family is not going to sue me, all right? Because I got like 3 pennies to my name. Mm-hmm. They're going to sue the gun company and force the gun company out of business. This is the Liggett strategy, or rule number 8, I think it is. Pick a target, isolate it, vilify it, and sooner or later it will go away. You can sue. I carry a Glock, so they'll sue Glock until Glock is literally out of business over this one shooting that I alone am responsible. They didn't do it. They didn't tell me to do it. They didn't give me anything to do it with, right? And they'll sue Glock out of existence over this.
And don't forget the precedent set by it was Parkland County versus Alex Jones, right? Like where he owes like $1.something billion.
Yeah, well, yeah, the financial, the dollar amount is just used to create, just used to break the company, right?
Right. Yeah, that's my point. Is like you've established the precedent that hey, that is an amount of money that can be applied to a lawsuit because like Alex Jones just said shit. If you make the argument that this company produced the thing that led to the violence, then I imagine that a left-wing mentally defective court would do something worse.
So a court.
Well, yeah.
Well, there's a difference. There's a difference.
Really?
The one that sided with Andy No was based on the Antifa shit. That was based.
That was against the judge's freaking call, though. That was jury based, wasn't it? That was people, not a judge.
Technically, the court.
That was the people being sick and fucking tired of Antifa.
Yeah, no, the people are not tolerating this shit, but the judges are just hand feeding it out.
Yep.
And I was actually shocked that there was a ruling against Antifa of all, because I thought Antifa wasn't a thing; they were just an ideology. But moving right along.
See, that's the argument they use until said ideology shows up with pseudo paramilitary trained individuals with gas powered AR-15s and ski masks.
There's no such thing as pseudo paramilitary. You got to pick one.
Well, it's a bunch of people who have some level of training based on the way they carry themselves, at least from the videos I've seen. But they're also not paramilitary because something tells me they lack any sort of actual discipline or
talking airsoft
combat
players.
training. Yeah, okay, a little bit better than airsoft players from like some of the stuff I've seen and some of the stuff a few people have told me. But they're not like give them good odds and they're more likely to run. Is why I say semi-paramilitary. They've got a level of training. They're not competent or tested or anything like that. There's a reason why they wear those strap-ons. Sorry, the reason why they wear those masks.
No, strap-ons.
I mean,
it's carries intrigued. Continue with the strap-ons.
Oh no! I already know about it.
Oh,
it's not news to me. I used to live in Oregon.
I'm intrigued.
I was stationed in Portland. And yet I'm still alive. Not sane, but I am alive.
I mean, yeah, you named
Right.
yourself that, so clearly you're not sane.
Yeah, I'll
You
have
should
to
see what I
officially
really said.
disavow my buddy.
See, I think the real reason that you're not,
thank you.
I think the real reason,
Hey.
I think the real reason you don't do Samuel shows
Do
anymore
I
is
have
because
to mute
Larry
both of you?
kicked the ass. No.
All right. Apple, I just want to say this for the record. My guests disavow everything here. All right. They're basically being held at gunpoint. I kind of blackmailed them with legitimate porn pictures of them.
I was young and I needed the money.
That's always your excuse. I'm getting tired of that excuse.
I'm just explaining that I did it. It was me.
No, that's always your excuse. I don't want to hear it anymore. Don't say those words around me.
I got paid well.
Okay, define well. Are we talking are we talking illegal immigrant well? Are we talking redneck well? Are we talking like white girl well? Like, what are we talking about?
White girl. White girl well.
I mean,
I don't answer questions.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's valid. That's valid.
Moving on.
I understand that. Howdy, Warsaw.
But you almost got me with that one.
You missed the good stuff. Let's see if we can bring it back around because these two are out of control. Well, one of them is, and the other one is changing his name back without permission.
Yes.
What was I about to say?
Something about
pornography. You do not live in your head and listen to your voices, dude. We have no idea what you're fixing to do.
The voices are not real, but they have really good ideas. Moving on. Either of you got anything to add about that subject? First of all,
the pornography or the Glock thing.
Yeah, the Second Amendment or the porn.
Colorado laws.
They're stupid. There's no way that'll fly once it gets to the Supreme Court. There's no way. You can't sue, especially considering some gun manufacturers are from out of the country. There ain't shit we can do about none of that. That's ridiculous.
I mean, to be fair though, there is some stupid stuff that is allowed to happen in this country.
Granted. I mean, Kerry has a job.
All it takes is Congress to decide, 9 justices, maybe we should have 13. And let's appoint 4 of them as from Democrat districts. Oh, wow. The judges are suddenly siding with everything the DNC wants.
Oh, did you hear? One of the animatronics was stolen from Disney.
Which one?
Which one?
It was the Joe Biden one, of course.
Oh no, that wasn't stolen. It's on. It's
on logged to the White House.
least they're paying for it. It's not a loan. It's not like they're not paying. They got to keep it. They got to keep it up. All right. Dowdislav does have an implied waiting period, but it's a very, very clearly stated waiting period that it takes more than 30 days to clear your NCIS. You get the gun anyway, so I mean, that's not going to just sit around forever. But the big thing that suing gun manufacturers is actually specifically against Dowdislav, as I wrote it. I know there's a couple of people that would like to rewrite it. Looking at you, so-called Grand Admiral, that you can't sue anybody unless you can get them into a courtroom and prove they are criminally liable. You can't sue them.
So what? I can't sue a motherfucker for breaking into a bodega and gunning down 6 people like that. That action I can't sue him for. Or do you mean the manufacturers?
No. You could sue the guy that gunned the bodega down. You have.
I can sue the bodega for providing an unsafe environment, but I can't sue the guy with the gun.
Nope. No. 2 wrong. 3 wrong in a row. Congratulations.
Go, dude. You're getting there. One more.
Batting 0.
One more. And then I'll do it. So I can sue the little girl who was standing outside of the bodega, but not the guy who gunned the bodega down. I can sue 3 of the victims from inside the bodega, but not the guy who sold the ham sandwich to the gunner, right? He's fixing to take me out of the stream.
Or he's fixing to take both of us out.
So we're not being very helpful.
You didn't even spell it right. That's not even shit.
I don't give a fuck.
Sadao. Who the fuck is
Who has
Sadao?
ever accused me of
I'm
having
pretty
good
sure he
spelling?
was one of the early pharaohs. He didn't last long.
Is that like
Who
the
has
Middle Eastern
ever
version of me?
accused me of good
Sadao.
spelling?
Well, you got your name spelled right.
Of course I do. I got
No,
problems.
he added an extra G.
No. Oh,
No,
actually, I
he
did.
knows
Oh.
exactly where the G spots are.
About that, but anyway, let's fix that.
All right, shut up, Carrie. This is the most
everybody's
interesting
names
stream you've ever
correctly.
done. Just let it happen. Just let it wash over you.
Right. No, you can't sue the little girl outside the bodega. No, you can't sue the bodega. You can sue the gunman. You can't sue the company that made it. You can't sue the bodega. You can't sue G5. What? Never mind. I don't give a shit. You can't sue anybody
Yeah,
but
Sadao.
the person who's criminally prosecutable. That's it. Everybody else is fine.
Okay, so the gunman, you can sue the gunman.
You can
cannot
sue the
you cannot sue the bodega. You
No!
cannot sue 6-year-old. You cannot sue the bodega.
No.
So what? You can
course
sue the
you
bodega.
Can you sue the guy who sliced the ham?
No.
Okay, I think I'm starting to get it.
Yeah, okay. You're only allowed to sue the violent criminal. Everyone else
Yes!
is either a bystander or a victim, right?
It's days like this that I'm going to chew through my fucking leash. And yes, you're correct.
Okay, I'll let Sam know to buy a new leash.
Hashtag Blue
No.
Lives Matter.
He can't afford my leashes anymore.
Well, no, it's more of like passing it off to a mirror to buy a new leash.
Exactly. Now you're catching
Same
on.
fucking difference.
No, it's not the same difference, but moving right along.
All right, I just messaged Sam. You should be getting a new leash.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And under Dadislav, no, you cannot sue the gun maker. Can't sue the bodega. The situation with the theater might have been a little bit different. Okay, that one's kind of a little bit up in the. You two are both familiar with the situation with the theater, correct?
Lauren Bobert.
No.
We're not talking
Okay. Little trip down memory lane, folks. 2016, I believe it was. A guy breaks in to the back door of a theater, a Batman Returns showing, and he killed something like 50 people, which is part of where this new law is coming from. The families of the people killed have been told, no, you can't sue the gun maker because they didn't do anything wrong. Right? They also tried to sue the theater, and the theater, the plaintiffs had security experts. They had psychology experts. They had so many experts in so many fields. The theater chain had one expert, a psychiatrist, who came in and testified that, yes, somebody who's intended to do something will do what they intend to do no matter what you do, right? So he would have come in the front door shooting people as he went back to the theater itself to start killing people, right? That's where this law is coming from. They want to sue somebody because their family member is dead. I get it. I understand. You're upset, you're angry, you're grieving, and you're mad. But you're taking it out on the theater. Well, the theater did fuck up. They left a door wide fucking open. Like, please come shoot us open. And when you were denied there, you tried to turn around and sue the gun company. who actually didn't do anything wrong. And that's a big problem. The ability, the power to tax is the power to destroy. The power to sue is the power to destroy. And that is the purpose of these kinds of lawsuits, is to destroy companies and people that run them, to put them permanently out of business. Abusing that is as disgusting as the original act itself.
Don't look up. Just let him think you've forgotten about him.
Dumber than Shadow, shut up.
No, that's dumber than Sahado.
There you go, baby. There you go. Be untrollable.
I'm scared. That smile concerns me.
You should be scared.
Okay, he fixed. Okay, he just. Okay, he fixed it. So now I'm just Shadow again. Let's fix that.
Where was I? Oh, all right. We're going to move on to the next subject. Are we good? Did I ask?
Really
Do you
good.
care? Okay. The Drive reports that stolen surface-to-air missiles were found in a Kyiv garage. Ukrainian police say they have turned over an undisclosed number of air defense missiles to the military after uncovering a plot by two people to hide a Tor air defense system they found after the Russians left in the I'm gonna
Chernobyl?
put that on. No, I can't pronounce that word. Chernihiv region as they evacuated in the spring of 2022. Give me a second.
Okay, I'll give you a second.
Chat.
All right. Now I want to know what that word was.
It was
Chernihiv.
That looks
word.
like Chernihiv.
Okay, fine. I'll go with that. Right.
Though Warsaw probably knows. If Warsaw's Polish, he probably knows better than me.
The discovery kicked off an effort to find who put it there and what they did with the missiles that went with it. National Police did not say how many of the Niner Mike 331 air defense missiles were recovered, only that the cost of the missiles is about $811,000. That's over $3
All right. So I want you to picture this scene, right? There's these guys standing in the garage when the cops show up, and they've got like a tarp thrown over it, and they're like over here working on a Volkswagen or something, right? And the cops come in, and everybody's just kind of looking around with their eyes real wide, like, we're not doing nothing. I don't know why you're here. And the cops walk straight over, pull the thing off of it, and they go, why do you have this missile system here? And they're like, I don't know. Someone left it. We figured we should bring it in for safety's sake. We are good little citizens, aren't we?
Very good citizens. We are loyal to Comrade Putin. This is Ukraine. We are loyal to Comrade Zelensky. We're not communists. We are loyal to Zelensky.
Actually, you may not be wrong. But funny thing about that story, first of all, this is abandoned property. There's no abandoned military equipment. There's no real way of knowing who actually put this stuff there. But it's more important to understand this. Early on in the war, the Ukrainian government said that their citizens who acquired a tank abandoned by Russian forces could keep the tank. Now,
they turned it into a tractor.
Yeah,
they made a tractor out of it.
I've seen videos circulating of Ukrainian troops just like some people steal traffic signs or like the concrete girders, like that sort of stuff. Just like take those off the road. Ukrainians were doing the same thing, but with tanks and self-propelled artillery and non-self-propelled artillery
and landmines. No, that actually happened.
And the Ukrainian soldiers were violating war crimes and dropping bombs on surrendering Russians.
I really, really want some self-propelled artillery. That sounds so cool.
Dude, yeah, no, just imagine how many beavers you could hunt with that thing.
I don't want to hunt the beavers. I want to airdrop them into the desert Southwest.
Yeah, he wants to aim for my house because he wants them to damn me. To hell. Moving right along.
Gotcha.
Your water.
In the
So,
water.
what are your thoughts on using self-propelled artillery pieces as riot police?
Do I get to command the police?
No,
In this instance,
Then I'm not into this concept.
no.
Wait, Carrie.
No.
Carrie, hold on.
Oh, Squatch.
Carrie,
No.
Carrie, I hear you. Let me provide.
No.
It's
No,
references.
hold on, Carrie. Carrie, I'm going to present a political treatise that shows why this is a good idea.
I already know
Excellent.
Starship Troopers.
Which one is that? Hold on. Judge Dredd. He's got a point. It might work.
This is a very good political
The
treatise
answer
about what
is
the world.
still no.
Good try. I got to give you an E for effort. That was pretty well. That was pretty well placed. How about I suggest a Demolition Man scenario?
That's just.
I don't want to eat bugs.
You're going to eat the bugs.
No, I'm not. I'm going to eat
When
human.
you get hungry enough, you'll eat your freaking neighbor. Then
Yeah,
you'll
I'll eat my neighbor before I eat the cockroaches.
Don't threaten him with what he wants, Squatch.
So, question. Okay, what about
I haven't
this?
seen your neighbor.
What about this as a political treatise?
La Dracul.
No,
Is this
No,
an
no,
acceptable
no.
political treatise?
no. Do I look like Zenny Biscuit to you?
Yes, and it's Muggsy
Kinda.
who likes this fucker.
I don't know who you're talking about.
People in Discord.
I'm sorry. I can't control what you do when I'm not around.
Yeah. Wait, who does he think Muntz is? Who's that directed at? Me, Carrie, or Mithra Naruto?
You are so fucking lucky. I can't just put you backstage right now. I can,
You
kick you
could.
from the, I can kick you from the studio. That's it. You are
I can
so
go
lucky.
backstage.
You can sit back there for a minute. Could you stop laughing sometime today? Because that is really annoying. What the fuck is this shit? Oh, god damn it! All right, sorry, folks. That was that was fix. She wants me to wrap this shit up. What do you think? Should I wrap this shit up?
Who? Where? When? Why? What?
Watch. Do you
What?
think I should wrap this up?
How? You just started. I have yet begun to troll you.
Wait, so what? Did
No, but
Fix
you've
say you
been
need to stop, or did
interrupting me.
Amira say you need to stop?
No, fix. Stop interrupting.
I didn't interrupt. I was asking a question.
Oh my god.
That's
Let's get back to the subject of the missiles. The two of you have completely taken us away from.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
All right, the missiles. First of all, they don't know. They can't really know who put these things there. There's no real way to know that. Even if there is, the Ukrainian government actually said if finders keepers. So what's the problem here?
I mean, where were they stolen from?
it was
Russians
stolen.
They weren't stolen. They were abandoned by the Russians when they pulled out of the region. You've been paying attention rather than trolling me.
No, because aren't they U.S.? I remember reading something that apparently they're like U.S. surface to air stuff.
No. They're Russian missiles.
Oh, then yeah, then I guess the Ukrainian government is running out of surface to air missiles, and they need to confiscate them from citizens or something. I don't know.
Boy, I wish I had some surface to air missiles.
That's
I wouldn't use them. I'd point at them and be like, "Look, I got surface to air missiles."
Yeah, Squatch would be the kind of guy to like make TikToks like, check out this non-functional Russian-made surface-to-air missile that was taking out where was it? Like Chernihiv?
You ever see "Don't Be a Menace"?
Chernihiv.
Does society be drinking your?
No, I haven't.
Oh Lord,
No.
you poor child. Listen, go watch it. There's a scene in there. One of them Wayans boys has the surface-to-air missile in the back of a mail truck that he stole. That's the way I would roll.
Gotcha. Okay, would you?
Yeah, no, these guys are hardcore, dude. If you haven't seen Don't Be a Menace to Society While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood,
I have.
oh, it's great.
So, would you describe that like a research film, such as Fight Club or American Psycho?
If
No.
you're wanting to look into the absurdity of black made film, looking at black humor from a black perspective, yes.
Okay, gotcha.
In other words, no.
It's excellent. Watch it, dude. You won't regret it.
It was funny. He's not wrong. It was funny.
Dude, I ribbed laughing at that freaking movie the third time I watched it.
I feel like Fix is going to kill us.
Higher than probably. No, she's going to kill me. You guys are fine.
I mean, you know where I live, so that.
All right. So yes. No, actually, I don't.
Were you threatening me the other day saying you know where I live, or was that theoretical?
First of all, it must have been theoretical because I don't even remember saying that. Are you sure it was me?
Honestly, a long list of people threatened me, so it may not have been you.
I'm thinking it was probably Zenny because she wants to kill you anyway.
No, it's not Zenny. She never threatens to come to me because she knows I live in like the South and it's too freaking hot. The Southwest specifically.
Yeah, I was about to say, did you say y'all once?
Apparently Texas means hell to her. Apparently it's way too damn hot.
X'd it out. Moving on.
According to Sapien, it was on stream.
So would you stop interrupting so we can get through this? Where was I? Oh, yes. Right. So the Russians pull out. They leave these missiles behind. Somebody found them, put them in a garage. And whether they intended to keep them to sell them on the black market, whether they kept them just to get them out where the Russians couldn't find them, because that has happened before. There was a tank sitting right there in the middle of a Russian camp area underneath a white fucking sheet for almost a year until the Ukrainians came marching through. And then all of a sudden the white sheet came off and said, "Hi guys, there's a tank that's been sitting here for almost a year. You want it?"
Yes.
Well, first of all, they did want the tank.
Of course I do.
Second of all, it was sitting there for almost a year. The Russians can't even keep track of their own shit half the time. And so these two guys managed to hold on to these missiles for God knows how long. No, not quite virgin. In the middle, some of them are sitting in the middle of a field. I'm not joking. They were sitting in the middle of a field underneath a blue tarp. I think they described it as a black tarp.
I can see that given Stalin did those officer purges, so odds are they just don't have good. I mean, I know that was like 60 years ago, but they just probably don't have people who know how to engage in an operation at scale. Because correct me if I'm wrong, they haven't really.
Well, they didn't before.
You think Stalin was the last Russian to purge?
Well, I know he did those. I know he did those officer purges, but my general point is like they don't really have any. They don't have veterans from like World War I and World War II to write up how to do this shit, and then they haven't had a major conflict that involves this kind of operation for a very, very long time.
What the fuck do you call Afghanistan?
Well, but Afghanistan, what? So, correct me if I'm wrong, but like they don't share a border with Afghanistan. They are not like engaging in a They didn't have to like have their columns move over the border. They didn't have to plan that stuff out. So they don't really have any practice engaging in this kind of operation, like on their border. Does that make sense?
Actually, yes,
there hasn't been a major tank offensive of which I'm aware since the 7 Days War.
Yeah.
Okay, Desert Shield, Desert Storm, but that was kind of just an overrun.
And that's also
no resistance there.
Yeah, and that's also a very different situation because I know one of those, at least maybe both of them, started off with the entire nerve system of that country being destroyed by U.S. cruise missiles. Like basically, a bunch of bombers flew in.
Stop.
Yes.
Stop. The Battle of 18 Eastings was a legitimate tank battle. The Iraqis could have won that battle if they'd known really how to fight a tank battle.
That's my
Right.
point.
Was that against the Russians or was that against the U.S.?
That was against the Iraqis.
No, so it was the Iraqis versus who?
US.
Yeah, exactly. That's
US.
Yeah, my general point is that the USSR, or not the Russian Federation, doesn't really have people who know how to do the kind of invasion that's going on with Ukraine. So when you don't really know how to fight the war, how the flying fluff do you know how to maintain that war? Especially if you've got a bunch of conscripts and shit that don't want to be there. It's going to be an absolute mess for your logistical supply lines, especially if you've got people not thinking on the fly, not going, hey, the offensive has failed. Let's step back. And you just got an absolute mess going on.
Hold up. That's not fair to the Russians. All right. When they realized how bad things were going late last year, they started working on fixing the problem.
Right.
Now, the way they fixed it, the way they fixed it was not perfect and beautiful. It should have held, and it didn't, and that's a bad thing. But it's still they did start pulling their shit together and saying, hey, let's figure this thing out.
Right, yeah. I probably should have phrased it better. I meant like the initial stages. I didn't mean like right now they don't know what the fluff is going on. They don't know how, like, they've clearly gotten their shit together and they're like doing things now. I mean in like the initial stages when their logistics were just completely out of whack and they've had to take time to recover that, to fix that, to make sure that they're not completely out of shit, basically.
Hypothesis, if you will.
Okay, let's hear it from the Grand Admiral.
In the first 48 hours of that offensive, Russia made extreme advances. They took massive amounts of territory, like overnight. They were just like blitzkrieging right through. And then it was like somebody turned off a light switch. I think that was about the time that the Ukrainians got a hold to American defense systems, in the sense not of major rockets and things like that, but just the ability to blanket an entire area with absolute fluff, right? They could no longer communicate with headquarters. You didn't have that micromanaging capability on the individual. Yeah, we're having a keyboard showdown currently. I am an arrogant jackass, so that's accurate. Not legally retarded. That's pretty good. How do you expect?
I'm not legally retarded.
You just leave it there. Yeah, dude. This is an accurate statement. Arrogant jackass and not legally retarded have joined these whose name shall remain nameless and unspoken by the Admiral.
You mean the kicking nigger faggot?
Other motherfucker. Jesus. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm not streaming this to my channel, bro. Like,
yeah, no, like wait, was I streaming? No, I wasn't streaming this to my channel. Wait, am I streaming this to my channel? Wait a minute. Hold on.
You can't. He can't. You can't do that.
Wait a minute.
That reaction was pretty funny.
Hold on.
I've only got a few issues.
Okay, thank Christ I wasn't. Okay.
No, thank Terry for being cheap. He doesn't have the ability to stream.
Nope. I'm not cheap. I'm
pragmatic.
Well,
I was terrified because I've started taking my channel somewhat seriously, and then I'm like, wait a minute, am I streaming this?
No, you're not.
No.
Hey, Shadow, listen to this one. I know a guy who was monetized and got a strike on the same day.
That's gonna be me. Let's be real.
Wow.
Like, I had never received a strike, and then was like, hey, by the way, you qualify for monetization. You've got 1 million views. You've got 3,000 subscribers, and you cannot do it anymore.
Aw.
Thanks.
Poor Squatch.
Whew, it wasn't
maybe you should have read this.
Oh,
bro, I carry a copy of that in my phone.
Yo.
Okay.
Anytime I have time and I'm bored, I sit down.
Okay, yeah.
We got to move on.
Sapient, the same way you accidentally lock yourself out of the house, you just autopilot click certain things or autopilot turn certain things, and then you remember, oh shit. I set up the simulcast so freaking often that my brain will sometimes just auto like click simulcast.
And that's how you get a strike.
I am not an alcoholic, sir. I am not Carrie.
The next piece is, hey, quiet.
Yes.
Stop talking about the view, so I can read this.
Okay, I'll stop talking.
Okay. Biden backs away from school funding fiasco. The White House said Thursday that Biden, this is a week ago, will sign a bill to declare Senate 424-1 on Wednesday to reverse a Department of Education decision to protect funding for school hunter education and archery programs. In July, the Department of Education issued guidance saying that hunting and archery programs in schools violated the bipartisan passed last year. Go.
I
watch first.
Did not understand any of that, actually.
This will clarify it a little bit. So,
okay.
For years, the attack of the Second Amendment has been coming from every major government artery available, including the school system, where around the mid 90s, the school systems in general stopped teaching civics and stopped doing hunting programs, archery programs, stuff like that. I was in ninth grade when they removed all the guns from our school. Up until I was in ninth grade, if you went to the high school, there would be more guns than at the gun store hanging in the backs of the windows. Every single truck would have 3, 4. They'd be stacked in the passenger floorboard. You'd have 6 pistols laying in the seats, and nobody locked their doors. You know?
Yeah, I got you.
My high school at the time, yeah, you didn't need to lock your doors either.
Right. Well, all of this has been snowballing. Every single arm of the federal government has reached just as far as it can into your individual personal lives so that it can alleviate any responsibility you have for your children, your defense, your protection, your financing, your banking, your legal workmanship, your products, your placement, your content. They want to get in and touch every aspect of your life. And this is just another one of those steps.
Okay. So what you're saying is Maoist China bullshit, and they're trying to replicate it in the U.S.
Yep.
Gotcha. I understand. Okay, understood. Yeah, understood.
What happened? Conveniently last year, the bipartisan, which wasn't, Safe Schools Act. Hey, Rob. That said you could not use federal funding for dangerous weapons training or instruction.
So they don't count a 6'4", 400-pound linebacker as a weapon?
Nope.
Even in armor?
Nope.
But a pew-pew is a weapon, and an arrow is a weapon.
But a pew-pew
Can we do knife throwing?
No, you cannot do knife throwing either. You also could not do archery.
Also, schools don't teach you stuff like, say, how to cook, how to do your taxes, how to maintain your own car. Almost as if they don't like you being self-reliant.
There you go.
We gotta focus. We gotta focus here a little bit, you two.
Sorry, we're getting all conspiracy theory.
Well, we'll come back to that later. In the meantime,
all right. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I've got to make this comment. Him scratching himself with that axe is probably the most hardcore thing he'll ever do in his life. So let him continue.
I didn't say he couldn't scratch himself with the axe.
I'm joining the Marine Corps, jackass.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get through that shit before I fucking respect you, grunt. Go chew some crayons and tell me how they taste. What's your favorite color? Good girl. You're practicing. That's good. I expect you to be able to beat my ass straight up the first time I meet you. You best train well.
No, I'm working on it.
After you get sent home from boot camp there, you can beat the crap out of him anyways, and I will applaud you. Moving on. Where was I? Yes. What they said was you could not do art. They were really aiming at archery. They wanted to get archery out of schools. So by passing this act, federal funds couldn't be used for archery. Now, all of a sudden, when the funding for archery was cut off by the Department of Education mandate, almost every single member of Congress stood up and said, "Are you fucking crazy? Are you stupid? Are you retarded? Tell us. We need to know so we can know whether to impeach you or have you sedated." 424 to 1. The Senate said no, restore the funding to schools for archery. I don't know what the House of Representatives was because I couldn't find that in time, but it was pretty close. Sorry, guys. What's going on here, Rob, is a shit show. How many times have you been here and you don't know this is a shit show?
Well, I mean, you've got an arrogant jackass and someone who's not Leia Golly retarded, so I can understand the confusion. This isn't
got you there, dude.
And an asshole who can't spell.
Howdy, DJ.
Hey, welcome in,
hi,
bud. It's good to see you. I'm trolling Kerry for funsies. He thinks I'm part of this show, but really, I'm over here undermining it the whole time.
And
that?
Oh,
what the
good.
hell is wrong with you? If I didn't know you were a troll, first of all, I wouldn't know my audience. But second of all, of course I know you're a troll, right? The fact that I know it and you're here anyways, what does that tell you, you dumb jackass?
Maybe it just nailed chat.
Maybe you're the one who's not legally retarded and he's the dumbass.
That's why he's unfit for service.
Oh, no, he's not fit for service. Moving on. That's the sad part. What was I saying?
I don't know, but NY Outcast is talking about something pretty based.
New York Outcast. What's Rob saying?
It was a choice in my school, but considering that class was full of girls and made cookies, it wasn't much of a choice for me. I brought up how they don't host cooking classes in high school anymore. I've learned what I know through trial and error and a lot of wasted food. And mothers.
Stop talking.
I wouldn't necessarily.
Not both of you. Stop talking a second.
Jesus.
Papa Kerry took the cooking class because he was surrounded by girls when he was in high school. What's your excuse now, Rob? Okay, go on.
He did take it.
That's why he did it. Yes, that makes perfect sense. My home ec teacher was a 84-year-old woman who refused to stop teaching. She was retired. They retired her. They tried to ban her from coming to the school, but the sheriff wouldn't arrest her, and so they just gave her a home ec class, and sometimes people would show up. But she wasn't a home ec teacher. She taught seamstressing. So I can make patches by hand. But it was full of chicks. It was slammed full of chicks. So yeah, I took every one of those things. I can also do latch hook and embroidery. I can do all kinds of crazy stuff with thread, dude.
Wait, you mean actual seamstress class?
Yes, she was.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Seamstress is also code for prostitute.
Hey man, she was like 84, so maybe. I'm just saying maybe.
She might have been, training these girls on the side. Oh, there's a boy in the class today. Okay, girls, go back to your chain hook.
Yeah, we're going to have to talk about that one backstage because that particular group of cheerleaders, they didn't need any training. I've got the videos to prove it.
I'm sure they didn't need a whole lot. This chain hook is also code for blowjob. It's not that hard to figure out. Moving right along. Or wait a minute, maybe it was a different hook.
Why the fuck am I here? Why? I'm so.
To talk to me.
Sadist.
Hold on. Let me check. Hold on. Let me check my email. Okay. Squatch. Hey, offer to join Carrie's stream so we can troll. I'm supposed to be here to troll you. Why are you trolling me, sir?
Oh, I'm really good at it. I can take you both on at once.
I was talking to Carrie.
Oh, okay. Well, great. I get help.
I didn't tell you to come back here to troll Squatch. He doesn't need help.
Squatch told me to come here to troll you.
You're supposed to help him, you dumb. You're living up to your.
I'm supposed to help Squatch troll you, but you are trolling me.
I'm kind of trolling you a little bit too, there, dude. Don't feel too bad. You're not left out. I mean, but it's not just you. If I can control the chat over there, I would.
Squatch, stop for a second.
Oh.
Not legally retarded. You can blame all of this on Kohai. Understand?
I mean, I can blame the cactus on her, but I don't know why I blame this on her.
She won't make a meme of me.
She made a couple. She made some. She like literally made a few memes of you, and you were like, "Those aren't good enough."
Those. First of all, it was one, and it was terrible.
It was 3.
What were the other 2?
They were in like she posted them in memes before Muggsy banned her, and you were like, "Hey, yeah."
I never saw them.
It was a chain of them, and you're like, "This one isn't." Fuck, I'm gonna go see if I can find it.
They were
so
terrible.
I can prove my point. Squad, keep them entertained.
They were so great that I forgot all about them.
Yes, evidently. Look, man,
Okay,
she tried. She tried.
To distract mandatory carry. Hey, did you know that Maine recently outlawed long guns for hunting bear?
No, I did not.
That's
probably didn't happen.
Stupid.
What's their backup plan?
Oh no, there is not one. They want bears to eat you.
Here's how you hunt bears with anything but basically a 16 gauge rifle, a 16 gauge shotgun with slug rounds. Turn the gun around on yourself. That's how you hunt bears with anything less than a 16 gauge slug shot.
Bro, it is way too fucking deep in the memes channel. I'm not gonna find that shit.
Because it doesn't exist.
No, it does. I'm gonna message Kohai for him.
I'm definitely gonna make a tuna steak after this.
Do that. All right, guys, I need you to settle down because this next one's actually important.
Okay, I'll calm down.
Cook COLIE Shooting. All right,
okay,
a gentleman, a delivery driver for Uber Eats or some shit like that, was stopping at a place. Do you mind if I lay the foundation first before you tell everybody everything, please? Thank you.
Sorry, no, I was doing a joke.
He's drowning.
He was picking up the delivery at a mall, and some guy comes up to him and starts shoving a phone into his face that's repeating the same stupid thing over and over again. It sounded a little like Squatch talking.
I can't do it. I can't. That was the money shot, dude. That was the money shot. It was all over his face.
So anyway, the guy's holding the phone right up to his face, and it's repeating the same thing over and over and over again. And after a couple seconds, the delivery driver pulls a gun out and shoots the jackass, apparently in the gut. It appears that he's going to survive, which is unfortunate, because all of this was for a pranks channel. This guy makes money.
What happened? I think I saw that
in Virginia. Yeah, I'm gonna unmute.
Yeah, like in the mall, like some guy walked up with a gun. Fuck! I knew this shit was gonna happen because like a few months back there was a thing in Britain, like this Mizzy guy or something who would walk up to like women with like his hands in his like it was a black dude like dressed like a thug. his hands in his pockets, would like walk up to women and be like, "You want to die today?" or some shit like that, basically threatening people. And I'm like,
Wow.
that's gonna come to the U.S. And a few people were like, that's not gonna happen. Apparently, it happened. Only they escalated from maybe he's got a knife to gun pointed at someone.
Oh, it's worse than that. About 4 years ago, and I think DJ or Rob will be able to correct me here. A jackass in a clown suit jumped out of a bush, and started harassing some guy walking up a sidewalk. The guy pulls out a gun, puts it right in the clown's face, and the guy throws his hands up. "It's a joke, dude. It's a joke." The guy with the gun says, "People get killed over that. Go home," or something to that effect. This was 5 fucking years ago.
Yeah.
And yet this dumbass in Virginia thought he was going to do something essentially the same thing. He put the phone saying, I don't know what it was saying, but it was repeating the same thing over and over again. And he almost died for it. He actually did get shot.
Yeah,
So
let me guess. He was a Gen Zer. He was a Zoomer. Let me guess.
Yes, he does appear to be one of you fucking millennial brats.
Hey, I'm not a millennial. I'm a Zoomer. We're worse.
Zoom.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Zoom. What?
He said zoom.
You heard the words.
Zoom.
Just it doesn't make any sense. Of course, it's
Dude, I love Zoomers.
NY's on point.
Zoomers are the easiest chicks to bed. You can literally walk in and be like, "Hi, nice shoes. Do you want to go have sex in my van?" And they're like, "Okay. Can I have a cigarette?" Fucking amazing.
Yes. Well, because we'll come back to that later. All right. I learned about this story from
everything's Febreze.
Yeah, whatever. I learned about this story from Ian of the Bailey, Runkle of the Bailey's channel.
Yeah, Runkle. I love Runkle.
Yeah, Ian's great. What is it about the guys with Ian in their name? Always seem to come out pretty good. Like
it's the education. People who don't have the education to say Ian properly generally don't use it as their name. They use whatever their second name is. So they'll be David or Bobby or Charlie. They won't go by Ian.
Yeah, but the other guy I'm thinking of, Ian is his middle name, and he came out really good.
Dun, dun, dun.
I don't know. Anyway, all right, so moving on.
Why?
The guy from who actually shot, the guy with the gun, has been cleared of the criminal charges up to the extent that he's still facing a discharge of a weapon in a public place, because that somehow mysteriously makes it more serious. But you take a self-defense situation where it happens, not where you want it to happen. So
that sounds like tacking on something like improper dress or like improper like dress code or something like that to try to like just pad up the extra like years. Like that's the kind of thing you slip on when you know you've got a case. You don't got a case here. Why is that a thing?
No, that's the sort of thing you add on so you can plea it down to the lesser included charges.
That's my point. Like when you've actually got a case, and you want to like either stick them in for extra long or you want to like do a plea deal like that. Not like if the guy got off for manslaughter or murder or whatever charge he had originally, why are you sticking that around?
It was attempted murder, by the way.
Why the fuck is it attempted murder if it's self-defense?
Stop.
Hard.
Calm down. First of all, because he did shoot somebody and he did try to kill that guy. That's
self-defense.
Brother, if I pull the trigger, you better believe somebody's going down.
The district attorney withdrew the murder charge. All right. They
pulled that back, but like, bro.
They went back, they looked at it, and they said, "Oh, you know what? No, this is not a murder case after all. But you did discharge a weapon in a public place, so we're going to leave that charge on you."
That's stupid.
Virginia, what the fuck? But moving right along, you're not going to have every self-defense case in a private or non-public place. What the hell? It's like turning right on red after stop, right, Squatch?
Oh yeah, baby. You better be real careful about them things because there's a little line right over here, and on one side of that line it's okay. On the other side of that line, they're gonna lock you up, charge you with all kinds of stupid trash.
That was a dirty trick on my part. I enjoyed it. People do dumb shit. This is,
yes.
I mean,
Darwin.
Facts detected.
Absolutely. Outcast is on point.
See, this is the reason why I wanted to actually give Squatch an admin so he could put shit like that up for me.
I could also move people around so that it's not covering folks and fuck with your name. Yours. I could change your name.
Yeah, something less inflammatory so I can actually advertise this safely on my Twitter.
Yeah.
No.
Carrie, don't you want this channel to grow?
Not this one. I've had this conversation. Let me explain. Carrie lives at a shed, has a manifesto, and a YouTube channel.
Not a manifesto.
You sent it to me, dude. I've read it. That's unfortunate.
No.
You live in a shed?
He's got a flag upside down in the background. Isn't that like some deep state shit?
He's got a couple of flags in some inappropriate locations, but we're not going to.
Yeah, so some of those are like horizontal though, but like the green one is like upside down. Isn't that a sign of like some like deep state type stuff?
What in the fuck are you smoking?
I want some.
I don't know. Apparently, like if you flip the United States flag upside down, it's like some deep state QAnon shit. I don't know.
Right, can you help me to plug?
Oh my god. Outcast DJ, please tell him what an inverted flag means.
Okay, I'm gonna
if
Google
you say distress, I will fucking beat both of you with the other one.
Hang on.
You see, there's a reason why I interviewed Carrie. I interviewed Carrie because I figure at some point in time, one of my guests will go on a multiple murder spree or do like a murder-suicide or be involved in some unsolved crime or become a missing person. And I could put him on all of those lists. He's an option. He's pretty high on the possibility of disappearing, of being kidnapped, of just. I mean, he's in the middle of the desert. If he wandered too far away from his front door, he could die of thirst.
Highly unlikely, but not entirely impossible. Okay, so they're not answering. I'm gonna go ahead and. It's a surrender.
I just Googled it. Apparently, it's like a sign of distress.
No! Fucking Boy Scouts, stop publishing bullshit.
This wasn't the Boy Scouts. This was some random Google article. Probably the Boy Scouts, actually, now that I think about
it. So the difference is moot. It's a surrender flag.
Really?
Yes.
So why do you have an upside-down flag?
This one?
Yeah.
No, this is the Earth Day flag, and it's hanging upside down.
Why is it a surrender flag?
Because he surrenders to climate change.
I'm demanding the surrender of Earth Day movement.
He's scared of Greta Thunberg. That makes sense.
What? No. Y'all don't know.
These two are not inverted. These are
those two are fine. The green one is like, I guess you're just scared of Greta Thunberg. That's fine.
When the zombies come, you're going to dress up Carrie like Vader and make him basically Judge Dredd. Just turn him loose.
Yo.
Wait a second.
That would be so cool.
I'm going to put him on a cell phone. I'm just going to call him sometimes and be like, I think this guy might be breaking the law. He's not going to question it. He's just going to start executing people. Like, his wholesale.
No, zombie Carrie. Like when Carrie dies, you just put a bucket on his head so he can't see.
You can lead him around with a chain.
He'll be calm because he can't see anything, and you just put a gun in his hand, and then you just like turn the bucket around, and he just starts spazzing using the gun. Then you just turn the bucket around, and he's calm again. It's like a freaking like not a salinization chamber, but like
Python.
What?
It's a Monty Python skit.
Yeah, that could also work.
Okay, what I'm going to do though is follow him around and clap some coconuts together, so it sounds like he's riding a horse. Because I'm bored, I really don't have anything else to do.
I mean, like the end of the world would just be like a normal day for you, right, Squatch?
Wait, what?
I said the end of the world would be like a normal day for you, right, Squatch?
It would be the beginning of my week. I have a few plans.
Oh, thanks,
Oh.
Thanks, Outcast.
Hold on to that thought, Outcast.
Oh.
You should have been here at the start of the stream. Rob, you should have been here at the start of the stream when his username was DHE Reject. Future DHE Reject.
It's okay. You can always join the Navy.
Actually, what's really funny is when I was getting my like medical examination, there was a guy who was telling me about how he served in the Marine Corps until he twisted up his leg. So now he's only good enough for the Army.
Right.
Yeah.
Or if it gets really bad, you can join the Coast Guard.
I'm not going to comment either way because I'm not scared of Carrie. I'm scared of my mom. She's an ex-coastie. My mom was a coastie. We got a photo of her like with some cocaine shipment that she like helped take out.
And then you were born.
Yeah, no, but that's actually the story. My mom got accepted to one of the other academies. Something happened. She didn't go to that academy. Then she got accepted to the Coast Guard Academy, had a career in the Coast Guard, met my dad, fell in love with my dad. I came along. No, a dog got involved. I came along and she went from being a
Wait. TMI somewhere along the way.
She went from being a privateer to a nurse. Long story short.
Yeah, that was too long. Even there.
Yeah, so sorry, Carrie.
Yeah, because what you're saying is so very intriguing. I can't wait. What were we talking about?
We were talking
missiles in Ukraine.
No, we weren't. We
no. The Zoomer with the fake gun. Zoomer with a fake gun.
What? No, stop. Wow. Okay, I'm going to mute both of you for a second. I'm going to explain it one more time for the two of you because I'm pretty sure the crowd understands. Don't unmute. Don't do that again. That's not fucking funny. Don't do that, folks. I don't fucking find that funny. Okay. We're going to explain this from the top. A delivery man goes into a mall. He's picking up food to be delivered. All right. Some jackass walks up to him with the phone, starts shoving it in his face. He keeps repeating the same thing over and over and over and over again. The guy says, back off, get away from me, something. I'm not sure exactly what he said. Finally, when this dumb motherfucker keeps doing the same thing over and over again, the delivery driver pulled a gun and shot him. Dumbass was a YouTube prankster. The whole thing was caught on camera, and the district attorney has chosen not to prosecute on the attempted murder, but is going to continue to prosecute on the discharging a weapon in public. Squatch, did you get that? Let me unmute you. You gotta unmute yourself, but I'm gonna show some respect. What?
Yeah, no, I'm hip. The thing is the dude was unarmed. He was basically just being annoying. And while it was a threatening type of annoying, it was still only annoying. You should have enough trigger discipline not to shoot annoying people.
Oh, here, let me back in.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, no. Okay, now I'm going to do it. Go ahead. Did you get the story this time?
No, I didn't, because I thought you were actually pissed, and then I realized you probably weren't
I
actually
was
pissed.
actually pissed.
Oh.
No, I wasn't actually pissed, but we'll move on past that now.
Okay.
I'm pissed.
I don't want to hear about it. I don't care.
So Squatch, give your opinion. Did Squatch give his opinion already?
He did.
Oh. Sorry, Carrie.
All right. Well, what the court or what the district attorney found was, first of all, no, Squatch, this wasn't a trigger discipline issue. You don't get to shove something in somebody's face and make a threatening gesture just because you think it's funny. It's a joke, bruh, is not a defense.
No, you don't. However, I do get to pistol whip you before I shoot you. See, you get close enough for me to whack you, I'm going to whack you.
Yeah.
Okay. I might have gone that one a bit. I might consider that. But in the end, the guy with the gun decided just to go ahead and shoot the dumbass. And the court said, no, this is justifiable self-defense. With the grace of God, go on the attempted murder charge, but come back here, stupid. We need to talk about the fact that you were in a public place. Like,
I don't know. I don't know who brought it up, but one of you two brought up how like the defense was like, it's just a prank, bro. The guy I mentioned earlier, this like Mizzy dude, he got on like a talk show and was basically like, why are people so angry? It's not like I did it to them, and it was just a joke. It was just for the fun. My generation are completely freaking detached from basic human emotion. We don't understand the idea of like another person being affected. We're all about we're self-centered, and we think that our worldview is going to innately be experienced by everyone else. I've experienced this not to the same extent as, you know, someone threatening violence, but not understanding why like a joke isn't funny, or like on the ground thinking, oh yeah, I'm hot shit, I'm cool, everyone likes me. And then when you talk to people about that person, it's like, no, they're kind of an asshole. Like my generation, hey Burnaby, horribly struggles with empathy. So of course shit like this is going to happen if they think, hey, this is going to be a really fun way to get views or some shit, or get TikTok famous. Fuck, the Chinese don't really need to fire a shot, do they?
This falls under the same category as one of the auditors that I've interviewed. She come to me with an idea saying, you know, she wanted to get like some fake drugs and go out and do a fake drug deal and just see what the cops would do. And I'd be like, they'll lock you up and they'll throw away the key. They will hit you with charges. When they find out it's fake, they will charge you for misusing systems. That's what I told her. I said, do not do that. But this sort of falls in that same category, in the F around and find out category. I can bring up that chart if anybody's not familiar with it. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, like I said, if given the option, I will certainly deck a guy before I shoot him, if that becomes a possibility. If I clear leather and pull the trigger, I'm expecting my day in court, because I would rather be tried by 12 than carried by 6. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't carry you.
Oh no, I'm getting cremated, and then my wife's putting me in a little Viking ship, and we're gonna set it on fire and run it down the river. It's gonna be great.
You don't get a carry.
Yo.
I'm gonna take a canoe and rebuild it to a long ship. It's gonna be great.
The American South really is the warrior culture of America.
Everybody drop a 1 in the chat because of that bad joke. All right.
But it's just me, dude. There's like me and Rob and Bernie here. We're the ones in chat.
I'm in
You're
chat.
talking about crowds of people in your head.
Well, according to StreamYard, you're pretty close to 3. There's 3.
Yeah.
Kind of sad Aussie and Sam aren't in the chat.
I travel in herds of 1.
There's a story there. But anyway, yeah, the dude fucked around and he found out the hard way. And he's lucky he's still alive. I think it's unfortunate. It would have been a real fucking good
You said it was an assault iPhone. It was an assault iPhone. Perfectly justified shooting.
No. It was justified because he was acting in a clearly, overwhelmingly threatening manner, and I dropped the link in the chat if anybody wants to go check that out. It was very clear. I mean, I'm watching this and thinking, when's this guy going to start swinging? When's he going to start swinging? And then instead, the other guy pulled the gun and shot him. Okay. All right. You did that to yourself, dumb fuck. He really did look like he was going to start beating on this guy, and for no apparent reason. There's no indication of why this thing is happening. And yeah, this attorney said, yeah, you're right. This guy's a dumb fuck. He's lucky he's still alive. We had a bonus topic. Give me a second. So I hit it from these two as well. Fuck.
What were you cursing?
Oh, on a related note, in Philadelphia, a woman is driving down the street. Now, I don't know how this thing starts. That's not clear to me. But all of a sudden, she's surrounded by bikers and guys on ATVs who start harassing her and threatening her until one of them jumps up on top of her car and literally, death from above stomps her back window. As he's getting up, back up after having done that, she's getting out of the car.
Where was this? New York?
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. Right.
Yeah,
right.
Philly. Home of the Philadelphia cheesesteak.
Yeah, city of brotherly love. He pulled a gun on her after stomping her window out. Now, this lady is either exceptionally brave, exceptionally experienced around guns, or as self-destructive as I am, because she didn't back down from the gun. I want to say, first of all, this is a road rage incident. I don't know who's at fault, right? Could be her, it could be them, it could be both of them. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. But when he jumps up on her car and then pulls a gun on her, dude, you clearly do not have the common sense that God gave either one of these two idiots.
He's really bad at it. He'll get it. Just
yes.
flail around for a little while.
We'll get it. God didn't give either one of those two idiots any common sense either. I would happily sign your Part G exemption. Squatch, what's Part G?
It's the part. Do I have to do this, dude? Like, I really don't like admitting how much of that shit I read.
How many times have you just heard me say what?
But that's not how I remember stuff, dude. If I admit that I know what you're talking about, then I have to admit I actually read that trash. And then you got one up on me because, well, I read everything. Damn it.
Not legally retarded. What's Part G? You've heard me say it a few times.
Sorry, a friend of mine who I thought completely ghosted me has just gotten back in contact. So I'm trying to see what.
So she dumped that dude, and she needs her.
No, it's a guy who played D&D with me.
Oh, so he dumped that dude.
Okay. Stop talking, both of you. Part G is legally retarded or questionably intelligent. If you are so fucking stupid that you're going to pull a gun over a road rage incident, you're clearly not fucking intelligent enough to be trusted.
Oh, yeah, no.
Stick.
You clearly shouldn't be a citizen, much less possess a firearm.
Well, I don't know about citizen one way or the other. There, Robert Heinlein.
She must be pregnant.
No, it's a dumb. No, it's a dumbass who basically lied to me about a bunch of shit and then called me a gaslighter. And like nothing too bad. Just basically like we played D&D. He lied about having work. Lied about friend group.
Okay.
I don't fucking know.
Okay.
Apparently, he's getting back in contact with. I don't know. I'll deal with this in a bit.
Deal with that later. She's not
because
pregnant.
this is so much more important that I can't even explain it.
And I don't care. Sorry, I got the sun right.
I'm still looking for that shit to give, dude. I'll let you know as soon as I find it.
What shit? No. Oh, that shit. No, there's a building over here the sun glares off of. Oh my god. You pulled a gun in the middle of a road rage incident. You were clearly not mentally competent enough to explain your actions. You're fucking retarded, dude. What are you doing with a gun to begin with? For that matter, what are you doing basically in public if you're that stupid? Explain it to me. Maybe Bernie can explain it. Let's get Bernie back here. Get the two of you out of here. Get Bernie in here. Actually, I know Rob could explain it.
I'm sorry, I got intrigued by the gaslighting concept and I got lost in thought. I'm sure you were making some very valid points, and I'd like to go over them in peace, but
no, you don't care. You're too drunk to give a shit. Rob, I gotta disagree with you. Just because he pulled a gun on a woman does not necessarily make him a bitch. But he's.
I gotta admit though, it is a pretty bitch ass move.
That's a bitch ass move. The guy's pussy in general.
I mean, unless she had a gun first, unless she shot him first, yeah, bitch move.
Total bitch move.
Gives off Carrie dick energy. It's just absolutely teeny.
Okay, the future DHE reject.
I'm gonna run. I'm gonna go. Bye, guys. I'm scared.
Is telling the guy with 6 kids.
Oh, bro, that was good though, dude. You gotta admit that shit was good. That was pretty.
No, it actually wasn't.
It was pretty good though.
That's terrible.
Cherry dick energy. Come on, man.
God damn it! Now that's just him. I can't get my comments back. There we go. Hold up.
It's because you don't love me. I told you I'd let you be the big spoon.
No. I'm only bringing you back as it squares up the stream.
How about you, Shadow? Big spoon or little spoon?
Little. He's a little.
I mean, I've never been in that situation, so I can't comment.
All right.
That's not what she said.
No, my first and only girlfriend was in freshman year of high school, and we went on like 2 dates. And I don't think that even counted. So
you have 2 problems. You're going to be a Marine, right?
Yeah.
No,
I'm going to avoid the strippers. Don't worry.
No. First of all, you don't get to make that decision. Second of all, that's not even up for discussion. As a Marine, you will be entranced by a stripper. You can't help it. It's if you're really a Marine, it will happen. You will also buy like a Nissan Z20 or
I'm not getting a Mustang at 20%.
Mustang, that's right. Yeah,
not getting a Mustang at 20%.
Or the Hellcat, and you'll get it at like 27% interest because you're a Marine, and that is the way it is done.
I'm not one yet.
Whenever you become one,
point I will be. At that
you
point,
will get your debt package. You will get the car, which you will immediately blow the engine on.
Hold up. Stop talking. Check this out. Rob says, notice how he tried to headbutt her too with his helmet on. Okay. First of all, yes, that happened. He did try to. He tried to headbutt her.
The video. I'll catch the link. We can watch the damn thing.
The only thing I can find is trampled on by people talking when they should be fucking showing the video. So wish I could. I would just show it to you guys and say, guys, watch this and tell me what you think. And then the two of you'd be like, holy shit, the fuck is his malfunctions?
Yeah, no, man. I can't fathom people talking about stupid shit when it doesn't matter.
This was beyond stupid shit. All right.
Yeah.
He's if she had shot him at that point, that would have also definitely been like legit, but fuck that guy. And I'd be saying, but again, I'd be saying it's unfortunate he survived. Oh, sorry. But no, Rob's right. The dude headbutted her with his helmet on. Now she was just as down for that part of the fight as he was. So, a little bit of slack there, but holy shit, dude, it had been one thing if he had stood there and took the headbutt. No, he didn't just stand there and take the headbutt. All right, they were headbutting each other at the same time. He had the helmet on. The fuck is his major malfunctions? If you know who that guy is, for God's sakes, don't call Philadelphia police. They won't do anything about it. Take him out behind a barn somewhere and beat the stupid out of, back in, and back out again of him. Like, take that helmet and beat him with his own helmet. That might get the permanently get the stupid out of him. God, I may have to take this stream private after this. How much vodka did I put in these? Questions, gentlemen?
Yeah, what were you talking about? I totally left the Ruby K back. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Really? You are?
I actually sat here like a moron.
This biker guy clearly has small dick energy. I mean, I'm assuming he drives a Harley, so that already. I'm not going to finish that, actually.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, no, there's a whole South Park episode on the topic that I would recommend.
Yeah? Really?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a whole South Park episode talking about it. It's how I learned the origins of the word, this word. It's how I learned the origins of this word. Yeah.
Anyway.
Every way you possibly can.
I feel like Carrie regrets. I feel like Carrie regrets ever meeting me. Do you get that feeling?
No, dude. You're reading him all wrong, man. This is the best fun he's had all week.
First of all, Squatch is right. Second of all, not legally retarded is also right.
This is also the best stream he's had in like a month.
That's probably true too. Because I had to finally trick the two of you to come in here.
I volunteered.
You know how
I volunteered because I wanted something to do after I was done with combatives, and my washing machine didn't work, so I didn't have any clothes to go do that with.
Actually, he's right. He did volunteer to come in.
Yeah.
I got a stream.
I was expecting to come in at like the latter end of the stream.
With no explanation.
Yeah, and then between the weather and the fact that the washing machine hadn't worked, God was like, your buddy Kerry, he needs help with his stream. He needs you there.
I needed somebody who's sober. And nobody else answered emails.
Yeah, you know he sent out like 300 emails.
I've done that before.
I know. I was one of them. I saw the list.
No, you didn't. I always BCC. I always BCC.
Yeah, but you're such a cute kid thinking that stops you from tracing back threads, man. You're real neat. Boy, am I glad I stopped trolling people. No, most people probably can't.
Oh, God. No, he's just fucking with me, folks. God damn it.
I'm kind of curious to see what would happen if you got Squatch and Mira on a stream together.
We've been on a stream together a couple times.
Wait, you have?
Yep.
Yeah, it's been a year. God damn it. Squatch, it's been a year. When are you going back there?
Dude, she goes live about the time I turn into a pumpkin. Sun's getting low, big.
Same, dude. Like, she goes live like when I'm supposed to be asleep.
You don't have a life outside of YouTube, Squatch. What do you care?
I have things that I do at certain times because I'm autistic.
Don't you also have a family?
Right.
I do have a life. I just don't like to talk about it. Ever since I stopped breaking the law, I've become a very boring Sasquatch.
Well, that's fair enough. Even I have more of a life than you, and my entire life involves this and calling my son. That's it. I should start going back to chapel. That's not a bad idea. Thanks, Squatch. I think I'll start doing that. You'll make Papa Carey happy. See? You just made Papa Carey very happy. Say you're welcome, Dad.
Dude, you tend to apply credit where credit isn't deserved, and you tend to apply blame in random increments to random people, which I find overwhelmingly entertaining and is the only reason I'm actually here. Blame me for something. It's hilarious.
Okay. I was just checking the time.
We've been streaming for like an hour and a half.
SMTP. She should have run over the guy with her car. She couldn't because he was in front of her.
And then stopped and backed up to make sure she got him because that dude's an idiot.
She could have backed up when he was jumping on the window, but that's when she got out. And that's unfortunate. But she might also have backed up into somebody who was not involved in all this bullshit. I can see why she might not have wanted to get somebody else involved.
Hold on, I just remember something really cool.
Is it on topic there?
No, it's something I want to show you. It's something I want to show you at some point.
Okay, it's got to wait for later.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to send it to you on Discord.
Oh, okay, that's fine. All right.
Yeah.
If you are involved in a road rage incident, first of all, don't be involved in a road rage incident. You fucked up. You fucked up. Just own it. Somebody else fucked up. They fucked up. You don't need to jump on their back window.
I don't understand road ragers.
Instructions misunderstood. Currently wanted in 6 states for triple homicide.
Whoa.
Wasn't me.
It wasn't you? Are you sure?
Wasn't me. Positive. And I don't answer questions.
But you just answered a question by saying it wasn't you.
Just answered the question.
No, there wasn't a question. I was just establishing a basic fact of the day. It wasn't me. Is not answering a question if you have not asked one. I can state I'm not guilty. Oh, wait, I got something for Carrie. I forgot to show you. Dude.
Are you guilty or not guilty of this crime?
Please stop.
Yeah, that's actually annoying. All right. See, folks, he's more than happy to use this gay ass boo-hoo thing, but he won't tell me to shut up.
Underground gets it. Screw you, Carrie. That was funny. It's not that I'm not funny. It's that you didn't like that joke.
No,
I mean, Squatch is funny. It's just the ooh woo is something that traumatizes me because I hate my generation.
Well, that too.
My generation are failures, and we deserve the coming collapse.
Oh, yeah, and that. But no. See, he won't say, Carrie, could you not? Even when I need to hear it for my own
I tend
sake.
to tell him to go harder.
He does tell me to go harder.
And here's the thing. Once he nukes this channel, we'll be able to start a real channel.
No, why do we need to nuke this channel? Let's just start one.
No, because he's not going to take it seriously until he has a beginning to apply it to. So I'm going to let him nuke this trash that he's done, right? And I'm going to gift wrap him a freaking show that will attract people, and he'll love it. It'll be great. But I can't do that until he's like over
Can
himself.
I be a part of that show?
No.
Can I be part of that show?
No.
Yes.
Well, for the first couple of weeks until he figures out how to
he be part of the show you want for me.
I mean, you can invite me back, but I'm gift wrapping the damn thing for you. You're gonna love it.
No, I'm not, because it was your idea.
No, it'll be your idea. In fact, it is your idea.
No, it's not.
You have defined every aspect of it.
No, it's not. Folks,
You just like you're doing right now. You won't take it seriously until you have nuked this channel. So feel free, speak.
Okay, so I'm going to start talking again. This dumb shit just thought it'd be funny to fuck around, and it's a shame he didn't find out. And I mean, run over him, shoot him, beat him with a pair of brass knuckles. I don't care. It's just goddamn unfortunate that this poor girl had to take the bullshit because this dumb motherfucker can't figure out how to act like a human being. And if you can't act like a human being, well, then you know, I'd be happy to sign your Part G exemption. No problem. What's Part G exemption again? Snowflake.
It's the part where you don't give me a gun because I keep licking the paint chips off the bottom of the windowsill.
There we go. There we go.
Carrie, Kohai just sent this to me.
Set what? Oh.
Share the screen. Share the screen.
Hey, Carrie.
Come on, straight it, motherfucker.
Hey, whoa, hold on. That's your first video, dude. The face in that video, that is the first video you made. That is some straight YouTube archaeology there, brother.
Kohai, that's not very good, but
see, nothing's good enough for you, dude.
That is amazing.
I'm an absolute genius. I make the best shows ever.
That is some top tier meme right there. That is amazing. I don't know what you're talking about.
But bro, only people who know you would do that. You can't tell me they don't know you.
See here, I'll show. Here, hold on. Let me
wait. Put the meme back up. I've got a few more. Kohai made a few more. Here's these are the ones from a while back that Carrie thought didn't get made. So here's another one from a while back.
Okay, just send them to me on Discord. One of them is about a trailer. It's
all right. That thing has the heavily armed thing is what I wanted to talk about before Kohai sent me the memes.
Okay. And
then there's this one, which I don't think is safe for work. And then there's this one.
Kohai loves you guys, not me. She'll throw.
Well, also, you don't really like show up on any other streams. Basically, just this one.
I'm not invited. Gee, I can't imagine why. Could it be that I fight with everybody? Literally everybody.
The only reason I have Carrie modded in my chat is so that nobody can deuce him out. If every time I've ever unmodded him, his ass is gone from chat in like 37 seconds.
Because he's a freaking.
That only happened once.
I only unmodded you once. Hey, John, got your ass right when you come in, bro.
Oh, it was Ajot. That makes a lot of sense. You should.
There are only two people I can think of that don't get along with you. One of them was Behemoth, which was in like the Discord, and then Ryan is the other one. And I don't even understand the Ryan you hate. I understand.
You don't want to get into the middle of that.
I don't want to either. I'm just saying, like, I mean, I haven't really seen you pick out with JV. Larry and Sam stick with you. Amira keeps you around.
Well, Amira,
you misunderstand the dynamic.
She knows I'll fight the fucking trolls so fast that she usually doesn't even know what happened. They're just the comments there, but she can't find them because they're already banned from the channel. I've done that before.
Carrie, is a critical. He has a critical case, a chronic case of white knighthood. He wants to be a bad boy. He wants to be a very, very bad boy. But then when somebody shows up that's actually aggressive, offensive, or inappropriate, he's the quickest motherfucker to drop a bitch. It's so quick.
You know,
Like, truly aggressive mods, and he beats most of them.
Yeah, no, he's like
a corrupt cop.
Yeah, like you're a jackass, you're a bad person, but when the shit gets pushed in, you know how to handle it.
I'm a horrible
I'd rather, if I was stuck in a foxhole with 2 sticks and a rock, I'd rather have you there than someone who I didn't trust. I'm sorry. What?
Wait. I'm going to need some background on how I ended up in the foxhole with 2 sticks and a rock. Because somebody's getting fucked up with some sticks and a rock.
All right. Guys, we got to move on.
Yeah, sorry. Let's get back on topic.
Well, we got to get God, motherfucker. The topic is I got to reload this page or something because something went wrong. All right.
Grand Admiral, who are the 2 chiss in the background?
That is my vast army of chiss clones.
No. But the ones that are specifically right there, is that Admiral Aralani?
Probably. And Sinnuf, what's his fucking name? I can't remember it. I always called him Sniffy, and when I was reading it, I just took that whole name away and made it Sniffy. That's all I can remember.
We're talking about like his like second in command on the Spring Hawk or whatever it was called, right?
Right. Well, the guy that was always him.
Yeah, the guy that was always like, I fucking hate Thrawn, but I'll do what he says because he's my boss and he's actually
he's okay. I'm sorry, Carrie.
Okay, guys, we gotta move on.
Yeah, sorry. What's the next topic?
Play for a minute. I'll let you play when we're done working, okay? We got to stop the screen. Again. Present. Share screen. Window.
Dude, I need you to do that where I can record it.
All right, can you guys read that? I need to know if you can actually read that.
Squatch, I got a meme for you from Kohi, but I don't know how to get it to you.
All right, let's get that up to the right. All right, can you guys read that? I mean, actually read it.
Yes. Would you?
Hey.
Yes.
1 second. My mom's texting me. Shut up, Carrie. Okay, I'm reading.
Can you? And I just need a yes or no question. Can you guys actually read it? Yes, no.
I cannot read the line "innocent transport any exempt person transporting a weapon for the purposes of destruction or the surrender."
Okay.
Okay.
Shut up, Shadow. I'm checking to see if this is actually working. All right. Exempt person in possession. Exempt person in possession of any weapon they are prohibited to possess shall be guilty of a misdemeanor unless related to a felony under state or federal law, in which case they shall be guilty of a felony punishable by not more than 10 years in prison and a $100,000 fine. Exemptions. Innocent transport. Any person transporting a weapon for the purposes of destruction or to surrender same to law enforcement or in a condition incapable of use without tools to prepare it. Okay, so you are a convicted felon. You find a gun in your house. You tear that goddamn thing apart.
How tactical.
You taking it down to the police department and say, hey, here, I found this in my new apartment. I'm a convicted felon. I can't have a gun. Okay, thanks. Bye. Get out. All right. Or you put a padlock on it. My dad had a .38 revolver, and the one time I had to transport it, we actually put a padlock on not the back strap, but the top of the cylinder opening. We actually put a padlock in there because then you couldn't close the cylinder, you couldn't fire the gun. Simple solution. Obtained as a result of a struggle. exempt person who, in the course of a physical altercation for which they are not an initiant and are not violent political protesters. Okay, you are a convicted felon. Some jackass pulls a gun on you and says, "Give me your all your money." You kick him in the nuts and take his gun. You're King's X. All right, somebody pulled the gun on you. You kicked him in the nuts. With the grace of God, go. But
We get you a YouTube strike, by the way.
What?
A whole thing. If you do it, it's okay. But if you film it, you get a YouTube strike.
Well,
I don't know what that is. I'm sending Kohai the meme. Or
me and Apple will have to talk about that later. Apple. Take a hint. All right. Shall be exempt from this section provided the weapon is surrendered with the greatest possible urgency. Is there any questions here? Like, I can't imagine there are too many questions here, but
not really.
Yeah.
It's real straightforward.
Shadow.
What? I'm sending Squatch a meme. What?
That's
Everybody else tells you to shut up. I try to tell you to speak, and you ask me what?
Because I was doing something at the time. What do you need, Carrie?
I'm gonna clip so much of this stream later. It's gonna be awesome.
As long as I get mentioned, I'm fine with it.
Do you have any questions?
No.
Yeah, what are you talking about? I'm busy.
I don't ask questions.
And he's working off. Oh, hey, hi, Ghost. Didn't see you there.
I was talking to him. I mentioned him.
I missed that. I missed it. I admit it. I almost said something that I probably shouldn't have. Okay.
Considering the name that you're wearing right now, I'm pressing X to doubt.
Oh, Ghost knows I'm like this. Everybody knows I'm like this. All right? Everybody knows I'm mentally ill. That's not a question. All right.
All right. So this brings me to the point of my entire relationship with you, bro. If you're mentally ill and you admit it, why do you think you should rewrite the Second Amendment? While I do agree with the premise of your premise of the Second Amendment, which is the only reason I'm here.
What is my favorite? Squatch, what is my favorite joke? I'll make it easy. What's the punchline of my favorite joke?
Crazy, not stupid.
I'm crazy, mister, not stupid.
What do you call a carry that doesn't carry a gun?
A felon?
That would be an impossibility. That is a physical impossibility. So, we're going to move on to the get home bag. All right. Squatch, what's the get home bag subject today?
Around here, it's in a canoe. We have totally different problems when it comes to getting home and not taking roads.
Really?
You've got this whole desert thing going on, right? You're worried about having water and sunblock and, extra rounds and stuff like that. I need the extra rounds.
Worry about water too. Water everywhere and not a drop to drink.
Oh, yeah. But nah, see, it's going to rain like in about 45 minutes, and then it'll rain again about 2 hours after that. It's not as critical.
It's been raining here.
I'm just saying, I live in a swamp, bro. I live in something called a cloud forest that at 3 o'clock every afternoon turns into a rainforest. We're on the left shoulder of Florida. That's pretty good, dude. I like I'm thinking Rob might be that FBI agent that did the backflip and discharged his weapon at the party, and now he's having to do community service by watching your ass.
No. Rob has been following me since before that. I don't know what he did. I don't want to know. All right. That was pretty good. I give you credit. Okay, this week it was about eye protection. Every shooter has eye protection coming out their ass, right? Except one person I know. You know who that is? Squatch.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm looking at that meme.
Actually, that's not bad, but moving on. I'm the only shooter I know of who does not wear eye protection to go shooting. I also don't wear ear protection to go shooting. Or at least not always. I will always wear my corrective lenses, but those are not eye protection. And there is at least once a year I do a drill where I do not wear hearing protection because it's a big thing about going through every single weapon I have, doing one complete load and reload, except for that black powder, and having to remediate at least one misfire per weapon. However, in my actual get home bag, I have eye protection. Now, this particular one is a motorcycle goggles, but just about anything will do. See, check that out. Ow. Oh. And yet my eyes are fine. It's my nose that hurts. Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, when you're hitting yourself in the face and wearing eye protection, just pro tip, don't hit yourself so hard that you hurt your eyes or your nose. Oh, God, that hurt. That was nice.
I hate to do this with Kerry hurting himself, but I'm really hungry, so I'm gonna go get food.
Yeah, me too.
Are you two running away like 5 seconds before I'm done?
I'm gonna
wait, we're done. Yeah, we're done. I'll stick around. I thought we had another hour. Never mind. Sorry.
No. I don't like going on for 2 hours. I need a cigarette anyway.
Okay, right. Gotcha. Kara needs lung cancer, and Squatch and I need food.
So, these are motorcycle helmets. Or it's motorcycle glasses.
Helmets?
No, glasses.
Sir.
All right. You can order these online from a million places. And here's something I found, which is kind of funny. Right?
It covers the head with his real brain in it.
No, I don't have a brain to cover. See that? Looks like motorcycle goggles again, right? Nice strap in the back so they can't fall off.
You look like a Doctor Who villain.
I do, now that you point that out. You kind of look like a...
You look like you're about to start rambling to the doctor about the innate evils of mankind before he roasts you with facts and logic.
Well, actually, I would be right, but check this out. These glasses can actually fold up.
Myth, Ron Naruto, and a Doctor Who villain.
Carry them. I carried these in a clear pair in this case.
No, Thrawn would nuke him from orbit. He'd never go up against Doctor Who, not directly. I just had to think that through.
Yes, Rob, they do look like birth control glasses, but they will also keep your face protected.
Dude, yes, 2 for 2, man. You're doing pretty good. Keep going.
As the shit hits the fan and you have to start marching home because you had to leave your car and everything else behind, you know, your get home bag, put a pair of goggles on because guaranteed you're going to run into at least one riot, one major riot where tear gas and rocks and everything else is flying around. Protect your eyes as best as you can or you're not going to get home. All right. Water, you can pick up along the way. But if you lose your vision, you're going to end up being eaten by the zombie horde.
Gators get them first.
What?
Not if them gators get them first.
Well, if you can get the gators to eat the zombies for you, then you'll have zombie gators, but you won't have a problem anymore. Zombies, the gators have a problem now.
I'd fight a gator.
I could show you how to win.
I know how to win. You just like apply a little bit of pressure to the nose, and like they can't can't open up their jaws.
Right, you're dead on. But there's this whole thing about getting a hold to that nose. That's the tricky part.
All right. The people that made these glasses are in the comment or in the community tab.
Description.
Community.
Oh.
Community tab.
Oh, like okay, gotcha.
My channel has a community tab like everybody
No, it
else. You know,
does.
I'm not special anymore.
Aw.
At least not that way.
Not that way.
You're special to the rest of us, Carrie.
Well, at least I'm not legally retarded.
I mean, I'm not legally retarded either, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Not legally retarded, no. Moving on.
Bro. Yeah, no, I caught that.
What was I saying? Oh, you only need to lose your vision for about 2 seconds before your whole fucking world goes to shit. Right? Grab your goggles, get them on before you start marching out. Any questions? Especially from the peanut gallery?
Zoom.
All right, water and get some goggles. All right. No questions have been coming
It's
out.
It's rain in like 30 minutes, dude. Why would I carry water? I mean, I get me like a bottle, right? To put in the canoe with me while I'm rowing through the freaking flood. Because I'm not sticking around for the zombie apocalypse.
Well, would that water be drinkable? Because if you've got because if the zombie virus is, a thing, then how would you be able to get access to that water?
Which
correct?
The rain? It's rain.
Yeah, but what if the rain is compromised by the microbial organism that has resulted in
the
zombie?
All right. You got me there.
Stop both of you for a second.
But you asked. I thought.
You can wait a second. Rob is saying that tinted glasses wouldn't be ideal for night. He's right about that. Or indoors. It depends on the situation. If you're in a really bright indoor place because they have lots of glass everywhere, you might want the goggles just for walking around. Before it's a crisis. Stop that.
Dude, that's the most interesting thing happening on this stream right now is him peeping under the edge of that. I've got to have it.
So moving right along. Now you two can go back to it.
All right, so zombie infected rainwater, right? Okay, yeah, so let's run this. Do you know what a blackwater swamp is? Have you ever heard of a blackwater swamp?
The what? You roboted.
A black water swamp.
No.
Okay. And a black water swamp, the water is so acidic from the tannins from oak leaves and hickory leaves, hardwoods for the most part, that the water is literally black and completely sterile because the tannin content is so high, it will burn your kidneys if you just straight drink it for like a week.
Gotcha.
But for like a couple of hours, you're good. Now, you're saying the rain is infected, but the sterile water of the swamp is still a debatable point.
Okay, yeah, debatable point. No, I was just thinking of if you've ever read or seen The Expanse, when they go to the planet with like the bacteria. The bacteria rain that like gets in your eye and it eats your
right.
Your
you're talking some serious hardcore protomolecule, right? Okay.
No, it wasn't the protomolecule. It was it was like the microbial organism. The one that the one where like the human eye was like the perfect environment for it, so it hopped in there. And then you also have like the slugs that like we touch them and we just die because
went a little too deep on that one, bro. That's some deep lore. That's in the books.
No, they're in the show as well. They have to like
shows them, but it doesn't explain them well.
Yeah, that's true. Damn, good show. I'm really upset that they had to kill off Alex because the actor apparently liked touching people, and they had to cut the season short.
Oh well.
Okay, on that happy note, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here, guys. Keep calm and manage to carry on, and pray for my soul because I got to deal with these two idiots.
Yeah,
Bye, guys.